As promised, this is Bite-Sized Geek's unbiased and spoiler-free review of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. We'll start with the brief premise. In the second film, Ant-Man and the Wasp, they were able to rescue Janet Van Dyne from the quantum realm, only to have her and the entire family thrust back there yet again for this newest outing. This time, Cassie, Ant-Man's daughter, is brought into the fold as Scott tries to regain some of the time he lost with his headstrong teenage daughter. Alright, let's get right into Quantumania. First and foremost, the movie is fun, complete with fantastic CGI vistas, compelling creatures, characters, and technology designs, complete with the usual Marvel banter, which is very much what you would expect from a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. There is an over-reliance on CGI in the film, but in its defense, since the quantum realm is the primary backdrop, it's going to be difficult to get away from this using practical effects, and unfortunately, it can't keep you from being fully immersed and buy into its premise. Okay, next, let's break down the primary characters and their portrayals. Scott Lang, Ant-Man, is familiar in his role, and you won't be disappointed with Paul Rudd's portrayal if you watched him in any of the other Ant-Man or Avengers movies. He's clever and quippy, complete with his usual self-doubts, playing to his strengths, and is given plenty of space to be himself, so there are no surprises there. Hope Van Dyne, Wasp, is played by Evangeline Lilly. What can I say here? Evangeline is a fantastic actress, but I feel she's woefully underutilized in this movie. She's only given a little bit of urgency in the flick with little opportunity to shine. Though her character is given some decent action scenes, it almost seemed to me that she was an afterthought in the movie. Kang the Conqueror, portrayed by Jonathan Majors, chews the scenery in the best way possible. He's an incredible Kang, and if he's not the best part of the film, then definitely in my top 2. He comes off sympathetic when necessary, foreboding and menacing the next, as you believe that he does not make idle threats. The writing for Kang was serviceable, but Majors definitely elevated the script he was given. Janet Van Dyne, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. She does a great job as the matriarch of the family and is given a decent amount of screen time, which she capitalizes on, giving you a bit more insight into her character and the years she spent in the quantum realm. Much like Jonathan Majors, she too elevates the script she was given, and you believe in the trauma she'd experienced. Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas. He wasn't given very much to work with script-wise, and it shows. He's fairly wooden, with the occasional clever line, but he doesn't seem to be the same guy we met in the first Ant-Man movie. He is given a minimal amount of screen time, so perhaps it helps contribute to his portrayal of the usually charismatic Dr. Pym. Cassie Lang, portrayed by Kathryn Newton. She shares the screen with much more seasoned actors, so it wasn't very surprising to me to see that she doesn't shine quite as brightly as her co-stars. She does a serviceable job, but her character doesn't seem as distressed as one would think they should be in this situation and with the choices they are presented with. MODOK. Without getting into spoilers, all I can say is this. He came off more comical than I expected, even though he's a monstrous flying head of death. He was given some funny lines and gave me the biggest laugh of the entire movie. He's nothing like the comics or other media, with possibly the exception of the Hulu series. And his inclusion in the movie is explained, but will still be confusing to most audiences. Our final takeaway is this. It does kick off the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but not with the same amount of power and dread that Thanos brought into the prior Marvel movies. So, is Quantumania worth your money? I think from a purely entertainment standpoint, if you're into the bombastic, the IMAX, the surround sound, so forth, then yes, it is worth your time. But I do have one caveat. If you already have Disney Plus or access to another streaming service, I feel that you'll be just as well served to just wait until it drops there in a few months. Bite-Sized Geek gives Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania 6 out of 10 Pym particles. If you've already seen the movie, do you agree or disagree? Let us know in the comments below. As always, give us a like and consider subscribing if you want to keep up with the latest in pop culture content. Catch you next time.